day 4 of the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel. The pause is allowing dozens of hostages to be freed from captivity and reunited with their loved ones.
And the truce could continue if each side meets certain conditions. And ABC Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman is with us now in Tel Aviv. Matt, thank you for being with us. The ceasefire now in its 4th day. Where does it stand right now?
Well, I just want to set the scene for you. We are at Schneider Children's Hospital, where 9 of the children released by Hamas are now being treated, which explains the ducks behind me. But this is a very tense moment here in this region. Israel, Hamas, Qatar, Egypt are all negotiating over this 4th round of releases. Apparently, Israel got a list earlier today, but it rejected that list of hostages to be returned because it separated mothers from their children. They've been going back and forth negotiating over the past several hours, we are told, but there is some daylight there. They expect this deal to be hammered out, and that's critical because if they get this 4th round of releases going, then this truce can be extended for a day or even several days longer. So lots of eyes are watching the Israeli government and Hamas right now, and so far 59 hostages have been released to Israel, and the Palestinians have received 117 prisoners from Israeli jails who've been released into the West Bank. But again, 4 days in, and this ceasefire is holding. Eva.
Let's talk about some of those hostages that have been released. A 4-year-old girl was the first American freed by Hamas. President Biden said she endured the unthinkable. What more do we know about her right now?
We know, Eva, that she's here at this hospital somewhere upstairs, but the hospital staff, the family have been very quiet about what they're telling us. We do know that she is in okay physical condition. A lot of the children, we're told, lost 10 to 15% of their body weight. Psychologically, it's a different story. We do know that she was shot by Hamas in Kfar Aza while her father was holding her. He collapsed. She crawled out from under his arms. Her mother also shot and killed. She ran to a neighbor's house to seek shelter, and they were taken captive into Gaza by Hamas. Her 2 siblings hid in a closet. So somehow she survived that and 51 days in captivity. So it's a long road ahead for her. But we got to speak to her aunt, Ella Moore, just a few minutes ago, and she is massively grateful for everybody's support, but especially President Biden's. Let's take a listen.
She's been through hard times, so we have to respect that she's only 4. It's a lot to handle, so we need time to be with her. I know everybody feels that she's their own baby, but even in America, you know, everybody is worrying about her, and it's amazing.
Did you see President Biden's press conference yesterday?
He's our new grandfather.
New grandfather. Again, it's going to be a very long road, not just for Abigail, but for all of the children and the adults who've been held captive here. Will.
Yeah, just unimaginable, Matt. Now, each side has indicated its openness to extending this ceasefire, but what are the conditions necessary for that to happen?
Well, first we have to get through today, Will. If those hostages, we believe it could be 11 of them or 10 of them, it's unclear right now, but if that does go through, that is preparing the next step. Israel has signaled that it's willing to accept Hamas's formal offer of extending this ceasefire. And for each additional 24 hours of ceasefire, Israel has said that it needs to get at least 10 hostages from Hamas. And that could go on for several days. In addition to that, hundreds of aid trucks are going to continue flowing into the Gaza Strip. And critically for the people living there, there will be quiet. There will not be a bombardment. I've spoken to a UN official today who said just the quiet itself has helped people recuperate and help them psychologically as well after 45, 47 days of continuous bombardment. So lots of hope here that this is going to be extended with the help of the U.S., Qatar, and Egypt mediation.
Matt, but eventually the ceasefire is going to end. So what happens next?
Israel has been very clear about what's going to happen next. They are going to resume fighting, and it's not going to be a gradual ramp up, Eva. They are telling me it's going to be immediate and ferocious. It's going to start in a very serious way. The question is, when does it start? And does this current ceasefire lead to something longer lasting? Israel says it is not going to. It is still determined on destroying Hamas and trying to get back the rest of the hostages who are going to be left somewhere in Gaza by some other means. It's unclear how.
That's ABC's Chief National Correspondent, Matt Gutman. Matt, thank you for your tireless reporting there in the region. We appreciate your time here.
Well, hey. Hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.